One of my partners over here, I hear him in the windy complaining that he asked somebody to charge his phone, only charge it 4%. Ain't they problem to charge your phone? You got to get somewhere to charge your phone. We all stuck in this damn struggle together. And like I said, I'm trying to get people to go in this damn building way back there, y'all. Can y'all see City Hall? See that? This is the old City Hall. That's the new one. And I need people like that brother over there that really love to be out here. I know he loved to be out here. And this lady loved to come out here and feed him little old cookies and a tea and a soda pop, you know what I mean? And make them feel good about themselves. I'm like, ooh, I got a tea and soda pop and some cookies today, yo. I'm doing good. And I ain't do no drugs today, yo. I'm doing better, you know, because I ain't got no money to get it. Because if I did.
Up and downfalls, man.
Huh?
Up and downfalls. Have to handle people.
Oh, yeah, we supposed to have downfalls. Everybody trip and fall, but when you get up, stay the fuck up. That's all I be saying. I am not going to fall down too many times.
We're going to stay up.
Me too. Don't think it's easy to stay out here just because I'm in a limousine, dog. Please don't. A tent, sure, I get chased all over the place, but I got to move that damn thing too, or they come after me. They know who I am.
Yeah, but these days, they have to beat the concrete.
I bet it does, but God bless me to have that because of what I'm doing. That's my blessing, but I've been through 6 of them. They've been shot, beat up, vandalized, destroyed, dog, shit. Walk by shooting and a drive by shooting on another one. So, hey, your tent ain't been shot. Right. Might have been jacks. Might have burned, damn it. It ain't broke down, you feel me? I be having that bitch break down. I was stuck Christmas Eve all the way to New Year's Eve, man, please. So, hey, you get the blessing to receive what it is. Right now, you're looking for a lady to come and give you a tent so you can receive that blessing. So you can be just out of this element of cold. It's still going to be cold in that bitch. It's colder in that limousine than it is outside.
You know what?
You ever touch the aluminum can when it's outside? It shit is colder.
Like the solitude that something that small can do.
Oh, trust me, I know. The solitude I have in there. It's just, it's roomy. You've been in there, I gave you a ride. Mm-hmm. So you know it's roomy to live in. Comfortable, too. And real secure, because ain't nobody coming to that damn thing. They don't know what I got. Right. Bust you in the head with a bottle. Even though I probably want to offer you a drink, sit down, let's smoke this weed. Mm-hmm. Just don't take my limo kind of thing, because I ain't, you know. I'm just a servant, bro. I got to damn near accept everything that a slave got to accept. If I got to accept all the sin can be inside of me and jump out and flare out at any given moment, damn it, I got to understand that everything is against me. If it's against Christ, it's against me. Putting myself out here to serve God in the streets. You don't know how hard that is, bro. Nobody does. Nobody does, bro. Who do you see really out here living? How many people have come up to you living in the street and fighting for you at the same damn time? Huh? Not many. Yeah, I don't know. If you find somebody, y'all please introduce them to me, because I'll let them move in. You know, I will let them move in. If you fighting on the same exact level I am, no drugs, all cool. We fighting on this. We gonna promote and do all this stuff, man. Please, I've had some up in there. I've tried that. I get bamboozled till I get it. They have to do anything to get off these streets for a couple of days. So I ain't tripping. I know what God's gonna have me either keep going or just say, fuck it, you gave it your best. That's all I can do. That's all anybody can do. That's all you doing. You're giving life your best. And the rest is up to us. You know?
Who will interfere with your life, though?
Yeah, no, you ain't got to let them interfere with your life. That's your life.
No, they interfere with it.
Not in the sense that you letting them. If you out here, that gives them a free reign. You ain't even got to be on parole or probation to be on the street.
I got social workers there. She's going to come pick me up at a certain time, and then the time I call her, she's having lunch with somebody who'd be fucking with my life. And I never get picked up to go back. That's somebody fucking with your life. She's ready to pick me up, bring me back in real estate. I call up the time to pick me up. Yeah, Morton, having lunch with somebody who's fucking with my life.
Man, but the devil fucking with mine. I wish it was just one individual that I can think of. I mean, I'm going here to face people. That's all against me up in this bitch. The mayor ain't really, I mean, he's brand new, a new one. All the city councilmen, the ladies been up there for a minute. They know REV. They know what I'm going to say. I repeat the same shit like a damn mockingbird, a parrot or some shit. I need to give me some money from my home people. I need to get a truck and some tools. I need to put them to work. Y'all motherfucking ass ain't ready to work. God's real talk. Nobody keeps up on themselves enough. Everybody smell like whoop wop, whoop whoop whoop. So like if I pull up in a truck, I say, hey, get in. Let's go build this fence. Better hope it ain't nobody around. Smell like straight ass. They be like walking up, look. They be walking around looking for piles of shit. Did y'all shit over here or something? What the fuck is all this smell? Huh?
I ain't got a place to lay my head. Yeah, I'm sure like that. I'm
You
like
got,
that. I hate to say it.
and I know it's far to walk, but they got hope with some soap, you know. And I trust me, I know this life out here, bro. This ain't no mystery for me.
Right now, man, and
I live in my limo. I shit in that. I take a shit in that damn thing. I pee in a bottle, and I wash up in it.
Getting something right now. I got nothing right now, and I got things I'm supposed to get.
I pray you get it. I do, because I see it got your whole. I know. I see it got your whole attention.
I pray I get it too, man.
And that's why you should go in there and talk to City Hall. Like, look, I've been waiting out here for an hour and a half, 2 hours for this lady. And I know if y'all pull y'all money together up there, y'all can give me money and I'll go get a tent. And I'll be comfortable just for the night until y'all come try to take it again. It's just really putting something in their head because I don't want to go in there and tell them a damn story. And I probably will. You probably messed up my whole speech. You know?
I can maintain better than I've done it before.
I know. Because you sharper than 99% of the fools out here, bro. Your mind is good. You're just letting the devil fuck with the rest of you. And I get it. It's the breakdown. You hang around, whatever. You keep indulging with that shit. Dancing with the devil, doing a cha-cha and a hustle, man, please. He gonna break dance on your face. So, I don't be knowing what to say. We all grown. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? I got older brothers and sisters. I'm the baby of 7. I don't know what to say to them motherfuckers. But I know I don't want them to go to hell. And I see they line up for it, and they don't even do nothing. They sit at home all day. Go to work. My sister and got 2 older brothers. She's a caregiver for her. You know, man, please. She probably going to hell with the rest of them. So they don't serve God. Everybody say they love him. You say right to my face, you love God, right?
Right.
Yeah, but you don't show it. See, if you don't show the love for yourself, love others as you love yourself. So if you want other people to be just like that, if you want God to love you and be just like that in the feeling and the spirit, you want to drag that God down with you, like look at the ground with me, Lord. I'm feeling hella bad because I can't get a sleeping bag, but Jesus didn't have no sleeping bag. You didn't get one to your actual son. But me being just a prodigal child of yours, I can't get no love.
Right.
Hell no, you can't. You ain't get nothing to the damn 12 disciples and all them suckers hanging around with Jesus either. So we can't expect no more. You know those things you deserve, things that you don't. You know what you smoked up and you could have had, man. We all get to go through this fun. Well, we all of them, same damn test, but we get our own tests and struggles. How you handle that shit is how you gonna handle it, bro. If you let it take advantage of your ass, you might as well go get raped. But you're getting raped. But you're getting raped by them people up in there.
It's not even not dope. I mean, I don't feel it for nothing. I'm not even addicted to anything.
I know. It doesn't say, but you're fighting for nothing. You're fighting a wind that you can't stop. You're trying to stop an ocean that you can't stop the flow of, man. You need to go in there and speak to them people. You're too intelligent. Paralegal skill. Come on, man. You know law. You know law. You should be speaking up with your folks for reparation, speaking up for your folks for homelessness. Man, you are that man, you got seniority out here. You killing it. You killing it. You kill a whole fucking colony, bro. You know everybody know you for what over here? Because you're so damn smart. You know everything. You're normally running your mouth, giving off codes and all kind of shit. But you scared to tell them in their face? Man, I used to be, a fan of a superhero, and it was you. Don't take your cape off now, Pippin. You still got to be Captain Safe for somebody, nigga.
I'm a little bit lower than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't want to get all the way to the ground, bro.
I know, so do a good push-up and get up in there.
You just can't keep stopping me to the ground, man. I ain't gonna take it, bro. I'm not gonna take it, man. I'm not gonna take it, man. That's not what God put in you, man.
He put a strong man in you from birth. Before you was born, he instilled that spirit. That ain't just happened just like we wasn't just put on this planet thousands of years later. He did it at the same time. The book was written, he closed it and said, let's see what happened. He didn't write chapters later, dog. He wrote the book in the beginning with the, man, come on, man. So what you going through, you have to go through this. This ain't the end of it, but it is. So guys, real talk, it's over, bro. You can let this go. Everything about what you say, you know, come on. You're way, I wouldn't always stop and talk to you.
But well, I mean, if I let this go, then.
I ain't saying you letting it go.
I'm saying.
But you can't make it happen. You can't make her pull up magically like a leprechaun. You know, like you got a clap on, clap off magic trick. You go pace until it gets dark. And they ain't coming out after dark. It's already after 5 o'clock. Nobody's that loving and kind to the people out here. If I had it, you would have a damn sleeping bag. Simple as that. But I ain't got enough to give nobody out here. Period. I'd be living out with, I'd be locked up and killed first. They don't like me out here. And I'm putting my life on the line for what? Once again. Because you still went right back to you and yours. What you need for you and yours. And I get it, but you won't go in there and fight with me for the people that you say you can't do it for nobody but you right now. Do it for you. Feel me? Because I don't want to do it just for me. I'll leave your ass here and go to Las Vegas. I know, that's what you told me already. Can't do nothing for nobody unless you do it for yourself. But go in there and speak for yourself. Look, I'm out here. I was at your wellness center. I was waiting for this lady with a sleeping bag. I can't take it. The weather's beating me up. And I got too many skills about myself. They may have pulled you in on council. Shit, your ass is, you valuable. Really, they got people up here don't even know what they doing to run in this city, bro. And you got too much of a mindset. Huh? What happened? No. I don't want none of that. I got my hot tea that got cold being up in here. Like I said, this thing is colder than a can, bro. Huh? Yeah, you hold that can that you got in your pocket and then touch this limo at night and see if they don't feel the same. Like inside, bubbling like a Coca-Cola. Brown but delicious. Shut up. Little bird noise. They ain't even no real birds. Speakers up there trying to scare off some other birds. Ain't got no pigeons laying up there because that bird sound. I think it's an eagle or something. Or a hawk. I mean a hawk probably, not an eagle. All right. I'm going to go to City Hall and I pray my phone holds up. Nope, I ain't gonna film all the people because I don't want to hear their garbage. I'll let y'all see me walk in. Whoa. Huh. Forgot to put something in my limo. How are you? You're from Russia. Well, I'm out here in Sacramento, California, the United States. And I'm going into a place called City Hall to fight.
Oh, nice. Your limo's nice.
Thank you. Yeah, it's got damage. Like I say, looking in the eye of a homeless person like myself, I'm like, ain't bad, but I pull beside one that's new. I'm like, oh, damn, get away from me. But yeah, see, I'm in a limousine. That's my home, my ministry, my lifestyle. This is where I make my money. This is where I make my move. This is where I make things happen. This is how I keep in the groove. Yes, sir, or ma'am. I can't pronounce your name. Let's go in there looking kind of nice. If we got nothing else in my pocket. She got a little alarm system in there. And gotta take off all metals. Good life. Good health. What is that? What is that? Health. HEALF. Not it. So yeah, I'm going in there to fight for my homeless people. Can you understand English? Do you want to go in here where I'm at? So I'd love to show it off to you. Hello. I'm blessed. How about yourself?
Huh?
I said I am blessed. How about yourself?
Good.
Good. Will coin set this thing off?
Yes, sir.
Got a pocket full of change.
Oh, yes, thanks.
Oops.
Nothing else in your pockets? Cool. You are all set.
So, I'm gonna say something for the live TV.
No, sir.
We don't have to.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Jennings. Councilmember Vane.
Thank you, Mayor. As we celebrate Black History Month, I also just want to take this moment. I never acknowledge the an organization in our state. And I want to take a moment to just acknowledge Councilmember Jennings as well. He's incredibly humble, and as we celebrate Black History Month, I'm just so grateful for his leadership. And also just want to let him know that I want to take a moment to center him and his leadership in the city and everything that he's done as well. And that when we think about Black History Month, it's not just on you to carry, but it's on all of us to carry. And that it's not just 1 month, but we're celebrating Black history leaders, voices, and all their contributions 365 days a year. And so we just wanted to say happy Black History Month to you, Councilman Jennings.
So if you honor Black History Month and you'd like to come down and be a part of the celebration here in City Hall, I ask you to come on down so we can get a group photo.
1 sec.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The mayor would like to say it before.
Oh, please.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, Councilmember Jennings. This is a long-standing tradition to recognize Black History Month here at our City Council chambers. I first remember doing this with Councilmember Pennell Hammond, the young council member here on this dais. And February is our shortest month. We have 28 days. every 4 years, of course, 29 days, and we celebrate Black History this month, but we want to recommit that Black History isn't just a month, it's U.S. history. You know, the Black experience is a U.S. experience, and certainly honored that we follow that tradition here. Have a significant African American population, a significant African American representation on our city council, city commission, supervisors, our school boards. And this is our time to recommit to the Black experience and remember families and leaders across the country and who are doing incredible work in Sacramento to keep us identified. And to, further re-up our work on this important topic. And you mentioned, Councilman Urbane, that racial equity language is something we want to think about every day throughout the year. Every day. So thank you for bringing this to the council once again. And anybody who would like to join us up here in the picture, please come on down.
Picture.
I would also ask our city staff to come join us too, as well, in the
They need to
audience
do something.
as well. I see you, Dr. Watson.
Come on, I'm getting her.
All our city staff.
So you're good, I was all over.
Thank you.
I think the council should have stayed up there. Yeah, you bigger people should have stayed up top. You could have stayed up there.
Chivalry's not dead, huh? Right, you know what I'm saying?
Huh? It's a video.
in front of you.
Y'all have it.
Guys, we'll talk TV. So.
Oh, nice. Here, look, I'll just be right here.
Sorry, it's me. I'm a little taller than you.
All right. Ready? One, two,
Evan, I'm gonna need you to get in this.
Yes. Come on, Evan.
Okay. Who's trying?
one, two. Okay. I'm gonna get one more of everyone. Okay, everyone look really happy. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Thank you guys. I know it's a lot to do so many.
This is the important one, the mayor.
Hey. I'll take one more
Thank
here.
you.
One more.
Am I fit?
Thank you. There you go.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Get you on there too. Look at the mob of people, y'all. Amen. Or Mr. McWorthy showing worthiness or something. That one, they look scary back there behind that bulletproof glass. Oh, this is a video. This guy's Real Talk TV live. The one that got that 26 million views and growing. Let's go. Yeah, there's people responding. Okay, can you read it? In Russia.
Okay.
That's what I say. Do an interview on here.
Mhm.
That's it in Russian.
Okay.
Or possibly whoever's on.
Thank you. Next.
Our next personal presentation is Heart Health Awareness Month, presented by Councilmember P.I.G.
No, but my friend, I got it in the bag.
Also, Heart Health Awareness Month, please join me in reminding your loved ones to check in on heart health. Next
Man, I ate two myself. And I did a video of my homeless people. I stuck forks in all of it.
Blood pressure screening in conjunction with Sutter and
You need it? I had to give it away before I killed
American
myself.
Heart Association. So please remember, heart disease is still the #1 cause of death in the United States, and we need your help to fight
Good.
detection and treatment. So remind your loved ones, this is Heart Health Awareness Month.
I'm gonna boost that.
Lunchtime, 11 to
That one
1.
got a little money.
Okay, thank you, Councilmember.
Mayor, we turn to the consent calendar now. I just want to say good evening and welcome to the Sacramento City Council
Who's
meeting.
that?
Members of the public who wish to address the council should.
One he
complete
just gave a
paper
photo
clip
to.
that we have in the back of the room. Speakers slips need to be turned to the clerk prior to the beginning of each item. We will no longer accept speaker slips after the item begins, and you will have 2 minutes to address the council, and the timer will be on the screens behind you.
Which one, the little one or the big one?
To address the council, members of the public are
That's
asked to
why
observe
they
the
got
rules of
it.
decorum.
Talk to the
Council
little
rules
guy.
of procedure outlined in form
Big
respective
fella, he
chambers.
used to be a
They can be found on our website,
Okay.
a copy of the back of the room, and it's summarized on the back of the speaker slip. For instance, use of swear words, yelling from the audience, physically threatening conduct, and places disrespect or discourage. The presiding officer will request that a person cease disruptive conduct and if not immediately stop, the presiding officer will direct the person to leave the council meeting. This meeting is being video streamed and can be viewed live or later on the city's website. And if you need a parking validation, that can also be picked up from the clerk at the front of the room. So we turn to the consent calendar. Do council members have any questions, comments on any items? Councilmember Dickinson?
You know what? Before you got here, my bank came over to me and said, thank you for coming.
I wanted to thank
I said, I
John
can see all
Koval
you
and Brian Wong
do
for working with you.
Came over here with
Language
nobody.
of the debt
So it couldn't be
management
no
policy.
scandal because couldn't nobody hear it.
Make some modifications.
So I
to
hope you would do my bank.
pertain
That's
to
my
the
bank.
financial districts, which I think makes it more
Yeah,
reasonable.
like I said, I'm
as a-
affiliated with all
as an
districts.
item to Consider as
So,
we have this before us.
One district.
I know.
I just wanted to.
Look,
I know the whole
Thanks
district one.
for that work.
I want you to get them
Councilor,
on
is
so
that
we
conclude
can
your
all get
comments,
them
or do you
back.
want to make some? Perfect. And I have one speaker, Matt Worthy, on item 2.
Mr. Worthy said he's on.
And do what?
He said he's on a mission. He said he might say anything tonight. What?
Grants and bonds.
He ain't no joke.
That's me, I tell you, $77 million deficit means nothing to a nonprofit organization when they lean back on hidden money or stolen money. Now, this program here
He said Trump
says
gonna
budget
find out who
program.
stole the money.
I said, Department of Youth, Parks and Community Enrichment. You has nothing in the charter on this, from what we heard of the children this morning. Well, you had nothing in the charter on this. It's ridiculous. I just don't understand. That's been so much in the paper that misuse of money. Somebody gonna put jail here. And there's, in fact, somebody will put jail. Because you can't keep doing this. These people should have been here to the meeting this morning. But then let's come on here. Youth, in youth, the same thing as children. You just change the words. Then you're gonna say charter. As much as I've been saying about the charter need revising, you put a charter to that fund and you put it anywhere. Now this grant, what ties this grant away from general fund? Nothing. You use it the way you want to use it to launch a boat in the water. So enrich your neighborhood. This is the way you're gonna survive off grants and bonds. Can this money be put somewhere and make interest instead of misused as the way you done the children bond? Wake up, people.
Thank you for your comments. Mayor, I have no more public commenters and no other council members signed up for any comments, so we can hear the motion. So Mayor, we have a motion by Councilmember Maple and a second by Councilmember Buckingham.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any noes or abstentions? Hearing none, item passes.
And we turn to the discussion calendar. The first item is adoption of a proposed prior year safety policy.
That guy here, he's one of the biggest.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, members of the public. I'm Pete Coletto. I'm the city's finance director. And so before you today are some financial policies that we really started discussion about during last year's budget during last year's budget process. Ways that we can look to address our city's financial challenges.
What do you think about that?
So Mr. Coletto, I greatly apologize. I just was past our public hearing. I know they're both very
That's
important.
right.
So, thank you, council members, for catching my error. Let's move back to item number 4, which is housing and dangerous buildings, case fees, findings of fact for special assessments. And then I believe, do you want to make 4 and 5 separate?
Too close to you.
I'm gonna present
They might
together
go
with both
against you just because you're near
Perfect, so
me.
item 5 is code compliance, case fees and penalties, findings of
Mr.
fact for
Williams,
special
sit
assessments.
by.
So the,
Eddie,
I feel that presentation will be made together, but we'll need separate votes, correct?
Correct, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
not
you,
gonna
Mayor and
really
Council.
eat people up.
I'm Sean Bartos, the Code Enforcement Manager with the Community Development Department. The items before you are the neighborhood code compliance and housing and dangerous buildings, case fees and penalties for special assessments and or personal obligations. For item 4, the housing and dangerous building case
Thank you,
fee
but you
staff
better get
report
away
lists an
from me.
amended total of 158 properties
Left me alone.
with a total of $166,307.96 of unpaid fees
Make sure you
scheduled for
talk
liens
to
against their properties. 5 properties listed in Exhibit A of the staff report have been removed from the report and are identified as line numbers 3,
I'm a friend of
42,
Lamb.
43, 210, 223, and 311.
Well, that's it.
For item
Come
5,
down out of there.
the Community Development Department Administrative Penalties and Neighborhood Code Compliance Case Fee Staff Reports
I'll be gone.
list an amended total of
Yeah, you gotta do
512
it. After I
properties
speak, I'll
with a
leave.
sum of
You know what I'm saying?
$1,157,64.47 of unpaid fees
She
and
shot me
penalties
by coming
scheduled
out.
for special assessment and or personal obligations against their
I'm trying
properties.
to get a free cheesecake.
15 of these properties listed in Exhibit A of the staff report have been removed, and they are line numbers 36 and 37, 167,
My family.
201, 216, 281, 323, 393, 412, 462, 519, 580, 581, 604, 644, 647, 675, and 853. Staff recommends that the City Council adopt the 2 resolutions separately as amended to allow the city to collect the unpaid fees by placing special assessments and levies or personal obligations upon these properties. Thank you.
Mayor, I'd like to open and close the public hearing for item number 4. And move the item. For the record, I have no public comments on this item.
We have no members queued up, no public comment, no motion is second to open and close the public hearing and move the item. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any noes or abstentions? Hearing none, item passes.
And for item 5, I'd like to open and close the public hearing and move the item. And again, I have no members of the public signed up to speak on this item.
Motion is second to open and close the public
You gotta
hearing
start
and
finding
move
where all
the
this
item.
is.
All those in favor, please say aye.
It's a lot of power.
Any noes or abstentions?
I know that's just, I gotta start finding this online so I can kind of think it through.
So now we
Say
move on
something.
to item number 6, adoption of proposed prior year
See,
savings
yeah, that
policy. I
quick coming in.
apologize for the error. I was just
I
really
mean, I
excited
like
to get
you.
this sent to
We're-
them.
We're all very excited for financial policies, so I understand completely. Madam Clerk. So good evening, everyone. I'm Fiscal,
I see it. I see his grin from here, from back of his head.
And
His
so
ears are closed.
the policies that are before you today, we really started this conversation during last year's budget process when we were looking at addressing the city's fiscal issues. And we continued this through budget and audit earlier this year.
I can hook up.
So we're really looking at some balanced and measured ways to address the city's fiscal challenges.
Get out.
One that I know you are all very well aware of is our structural budget deficit, which we'll be talking more about during the budget process this year. But our expenses are just outpacing our revenues. Last year, to close the budget gap, we suspended some contributions to our economic uncertainty reserve. This is our rainy day fund for when there's a recession. And so it's currently under the minimum set by council policy. And then we have very large unfunded liabilities that we're looking for ways to address. So the graphic, the visual we used last year to illustrate our unfunded liabilities were mountains. So our biggest unfunded liabilities are pension, unfunded pension liability. We have 1.4 billion in unfunded pension liabilities as well as another 200 million unfunded There's also and on top of that, we have 1.4 billion that is identified.
And he said he'll come. I mean, if he come up there, he'll do it.
Program.
If he come up there, he'll do a video,
As you remember
whatever.
last year.
Let's see, better off doing a video.
And I want to tell him I got a blueprint for both of us.
I'm not gonna read all of this, but you all know, when you talk to your colleagues up and down the state, we are not alone. Every other big city in California is facing a similar issue. But we're also not helpless. So these are challenges that we can meet. We can't do it all at once. Those numbers are too big, they're bigger than our budget. But if we look at adopting policies, we can solve these things over time. And so what we're proposing is a policy to use one-time prior year in savings to pay down our unfunded liabilities, but really balancing that with our need to balance our budget. So what we're proposing is a prioritization system. So to the extent we have unfunded to the extent we have savings from the prior year, the first priority would go towards balancing our budget if we're projecting a budget deficit. And council can also consider strategic one-time investments that would result in a net positive return on city revenues. Once that is done, the second priority would be getting our economic uncertainty reserves back to the minimum balance. So not to council's target, but just back to the minimum. And then if there are any remaining funds, we're proposing it would be split in 1/3 into a new fund dedicated to paying down our unfunded pension liability, 1/3 into a new fund to address our capital for maintenance needs, and then 1/3 that would be available for one-time uses, so pilot programs, other things like that. Because that's a lot of words and I like visuals. This is just a chart on how it would work. These numbers are made up, they're hypothetical. I made them up to make the math really easy. But this is a scenario where we have $20 million of prior year savings. We have a $5 million projected budget deficit in the coming year, and the economic uncertainty reserve is $6 million under the council minimum. And this just shows how the funds would flow. So the first 5 would go to closing the budget gap, the next 6 to refilling the EUR, and then $3 million each for pension liabilities, capital and deferred maintenance, and other one-time uses. So why are we doing this? What's the advantage? What are the advantages? Well, one is it's a fundamental budget principle. You want to align your one-time funding sources with one-time uses. This will give us a dedicated funding source for some of our critical infrastructure needs. It'll stabilize and enhance our fiscal position. So just so council knows, we currently pay more every year to pay down our unfunded pension liability than what our quote-unquote normal pension cost is. So our pension liability for this year, our unfunded pension liability, we're making around a $108 million payment, where our pension normal cost payment is budgeted at just $7 million. So it's really a way to get us that long-term stability. These policies are viewed very favorably by credit ratings agencies. So to the extent we want to maintain or enhance our credit rating, which will lower our borrowing costs, this would help with that. It gives us that flexibility. So we're not saying, hey, we're going to put money away to pay unfunded pension when we're looking at budget cuts. So we have to solve that budget problem first. And this only applies to the one-time prior year savings. So, council would continue to have complete discretion to appropriate any ongoing fiscal surpluses through the budget process, however council sees fit. And that's the end of my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Do we have public comment on this item?
I have one speaker on this item, Mr. McWilby.
Somebody never say something about this because this is critical shit. This is the most lines of people I've seen in my life. What would be any difference in saying we brought a separate trust fund so the public will know where their money is? Borrow it. They're only gonna charge you a 6, they kick you a 3. That would be the best way for this city to get out of debt. But when you're gonna take this money instead of that, say, oh, this is our idea. Where is the expert man on this type of money? This is the people money we talk about. You gonna set up a policy on, and the public has no input whatsoever. You don't have the ability to do this, so why are you doing it? Where's the expert investors in Sacramento? It's known to say, you'll sit there, you'll see what's going on. Sit there, you'll see what's going on. You come in here, the deputy, you come in here and, people almost ready to go to jail. Right here, same people that you say gonna do this, some of the same people have abused. Look at the beat, that's all you have to do. Just look at the beat. Ain't beat anyone. But yet still, you're gonna tell them we got a policy that have a status, go to a trust fund. I know Sacramento had an emergency item on the $500,000 trust. That's the best thing to do, people, where you know what you borrow against, kick you out a little, and you can use that and you can move it down the line on the trust fund. As long as you're paying the interest. But you, I don't, with that.
Thank you for your comments. There are any speakers on this agenda item.
Thank you. Councilmember Garrett.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank staff for their work here and also to the chair for helping us with this process here on setting a good policy that will help us also improve our credit rating here. The only, I want to just thank the staff for trying to wordsmith my thought process through the committee, but I think it went a little too far on the wordiness. And so what I will do is I'll make a motion to approve the resolution with that on section 3.2 under funding priorities on the second paragraph.
Yeah.
That after the word investment.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk. I mean, look, like I'm in all of you guys' district.
Put a period in. And then, and leave it there, and then delete the remaining of the sentence, and that gives the council more flexibility to make those decisions, but it's a consideration of one-time investments, and I think that's appropriate. Because we don't want to do
I mean, I'm gonna give my cheesecake too. I'll buy it to give it to them. I want to get on the bandwagon. All my limos destroyed in these cities.
You have a second to that motion? We have a motion and a second. Councilmember Maple.
All right, thank you very much. And I also really appreciate the report. I gave more detailed comments in budget on it, so I'll be brief here, but just really appreciate the staff for thinking ahead. These are challenging issues that are periodic, and we're always thinking of ways that we can pay down our deferred maintenance and stay on top of our pension liabilities while still being able to do the things that we need to do as a body to be responsive to our constituents. And so I think I agree with the language that Councilmember Garrett suggested, so I'll second the motion. Thank you.
We have a motion and a second. No further comments. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any noes or abstentions? Hearing none, item passes 8-0.
Councilmember Fletcher-Baum is absent. And Mayor, we move to item 7, approval of specified salary range increases for career unrepresented classifications below Department Director in units 20, 21, and 22. Adjustment to the salary schedule, approval of the employee relations policy, and approval of the personnel resolution covering unrepresented officers and employees.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have a very brief presentation on this item. Typically, most of this would be done on consent, but this item is listed as a discussion item because Government Code 54953 requires that we must orally report a summary of the recommendation for final action on salaries, salary schedules, and compensation paid in the form of fringe benefits of a local agency executive. Item 3.9, longevity pay applies to all unrepresented employees who have completed 17 years of service, excluding the city manager, city attorney, city clerk, city treasurer, city auditor, and the director of public safety and accountability. The longevity pay includes department heads and assistant city manager. However, it will not be implemented for the assistant city managers until January 10th of 2026. And the other item that requires an oral report is item 8.3, which provides a uniform allowance for the police safety personnel, which includes the department head, the chief of police. These are the only items in the report that fall under Government Code 54953 requiring an oral report. And then I do want to just clarify, I've had some questions on how many people this affects. So I did some quick, when you talk about unrepresented staff, people generally don't know who you're talking about. It's a total of about, I would say less than 100 employees in the city. The current changes affects 15 classifications for a total of 47 employees in the city. So that's the end of my presentation. Do you have any questions?
They weren't listening.
Okay, Councilmember Kaplan?
Thank you, Shelley. Just a couple of questions wanting to ask. Was this something that should have been taken last year?
Yes.
So can you explain what the delay is in this being, why it wasn't taken last year?
Yes, best practice. So the unrepresented resolution is something that we update generally after our management unit comes to close on their negotiations. And it should have come around January or February of last year when our management group closed. And it's to keep parity with the other. The only reason people in this document are unrepresented is the nature of the confidentiality of their jobs and the negotiations that they do in their job. And so therefore they are not represented. It's a very small group of people and it should have definitely come last year. My goal in the future would be to have it come within a week or two of any closing of SDXVA negotiations.
Can you just, as you said this, thank you for saying it affects around 100 people. Is that the total amount in the unrepresented unit is approximately 100?
Yes, it's about 100 of our 5,000 employees.
And can you give an example or two of, besides our assistant city managers, who that would?
Yes. Titles?
Yeah, just random titles, who that might relate to.
Yes, it's our community engagement manager, our council representatives, deputy police and fire chiefs, executive assistants for both the city manager and the mayor and council, human resources managers, labor relations staff, our staff in the Office of Public Safety Accountability, and the principal budget analyst in budget.
Thank you, because I think having that background, many of us on council are a little leery because when these items come, at least not asking questions and understanding who this applies to. So how many employees, because in here it says there will be receiving a 2% raise, because we are in the middle of negotiations, we are in the middle of a budget deficit, I think it behooves us. While I hear you say that these would normally go on consent, I would say while we're having a budget deficit, it's something that maybe we should not just pass on consent, but ask a couple of questions. How much to our deficit does this add?
Technically, there's no added budget increase to this because the 2% is only to the classification title. It's not to actual people. So if departments have it in their current budget, they can certainly give an increase after this is passed, but no one is getting an increase because of that 2% increase in the range.
So I can just say, for example, if I was, or my district director was at the top of the classification and the classification is getting a 2% bump, then that means if I wanted to, I could authorize them to get the 2% bump because that's within the authority of my office.
Correct.
And then what is the reasoning, because I think we do need to have this discussion, for the exclusion of the officers, the charter officers out of the longevity bonus?
A couple things, just prior direction from council, specifically the council rules and procedures say that, actually, let me just read it. I don't want to try to summarize it. Council rules and procedure item 7A1 specifically states that the city manager and city clerk shall develop the agenda for the council meetings in consultation with the mayor and or vice mayor, with the exception of agenda items involving compensation of charter officers and any personnel report to the council, which may only be brought forward with initial approval of the mayor or recommendation of the majority of the personnel and public employees committee.
So basically, one, it's council rules, but they are our employees, so that it's up to council to have those negotiations and then bring it back. So if we, as a council body, decide to offer longevity, that is within our authority, but not within the authority of this.
Correct. I mean, I consider myself, as part of the city manager, and that is forbidden for us to bring that forward. So yes, you can certainly bring it forward.
Just wanting to make it clear, because I also think that then that is a policy conversation that we on council should have, because should we be punishing our charter officers that we actually grow in the city? That if they come from the city and spend 17, 20, 25 years, should they be treated differently? And or is that something we want to use as a case-by-case basis? But something else for us as colleagues to think about as we start the evaluation process. And then I hear you on this. I just want to express discomfort at employees who are highly compensated, that, we're heading into a budget deficit. We don't know whether people are going to be losing their jobs or not. It gives me angst that people who make above $150,000, and that's my arbitrary number, might be getting a raise versus those lowest paid. And is that a conversation that should head to budget and audit? I don't know, but I'm just saying that does not make me comfortable taking that all in a lump sum when we really have to look at it. Can we separate them? I don't know. I'm open to separating, but I will leave it up to further council conversation.
Clarification from our city manager.
I'd just like to clarify, I think that, Shelby said I can't bring anything forward. Pursuant to the council rules, if it's recommended by a majority of the P.I.G committee, absolutely will take the direction of the committee and bring that forward for you. Just wanted to clarify that.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Kara.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, and yes, I wanted to make sure that we understood that both the mayor and P.I.G could bring that forward. And it should be taken separately, but I think there is a consideration to recognize that we do want people in our agency to stay with the agency as long as possible and grow their career here as well. So I think that's an important conversation to have. And how we do that, I think the process is more important on how we do that. So that if we grow our own and they decide to become leaders in those charter offices, that we can consider that. But they should be separate, I think, now from those that are on the unrepresented side. I'm open to this conversation here and this question about how we differentiate those in the unrepresented category, because it is true. We have folks in this category, in this unrepresented category, who are, some are making 35 a year, I think 36 a year is the lowest number on non-exempt, and those that are making about 200, almost 300 in the category. And so then we're lumping them all together. And I don't know what the mode is, like what's the grouping? Is it department directors? Is it ACMs? And I do think that they should be separate. How we do that, I'm not sure, because I don't know the number of those that are in that level. And so maybe there should be a discussion or a conversation at least about how we bifurcate those classifications and how we treat them separately, because a 2% for someone who's making 36 a year is much different than someone who's doing 300 a year. So that very much is, and I don't want to delay this too long. Maybe I'm not comfortable with going at it tonight, but I also don't want to delay this too long, because those are at the 36 a year. I worry about this delay. So let me. I don't have any recommendation for the body right now, but I'd like to hear my colleagues on what some thoughts are, how to move forward on this.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Talamontes, but before you get to Vice Mayor, can I just interject and don't get lost in this? Can you clarify the Mayor Pro Tem's question as far as the positions and his upper management and upper directors Are those part of this? 'Cause I thought that was not,
They are not part
not
of
part of
this.
the case.
We specifically excluded directors and director and above. This is, yes, this is only, with the exception of longevity. But the 2% raise, not raise, 2% increase to the ranges only are below department head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the 15 classifications that are listed to receive the 2% range increase, there are 52, I didn't count the classifications on that. Oh no, 32 classifications in the unrepresented that are not receiving the 2% range increase. So, and that includes all of the department heads. Actually, I can read off some of those titles. The ones who are not included in that: assistant city attorney, assistant city clerk, assistant city manager, assistant to the city manager, budget manager, chief assistant city attorney, all of the department heads, and I think there's about 9 of them, the charter officers, government affairs manager, senior advisor to the mayor, senior council rep, senior assistant to the mayor, and supervising deputy city attorney are not included. They are only the one, it's really ones that have comparable positions in the management group, and they are some of the lower paid ones.
Now, my understanding, I'm trying to get a load up here right now, but my understanding is the resolution says that they will, though, beginning 2026.
No, so only the longevity. So there's the 2% increase to the range, and then there's the longevity pay. 2% increase to the ranges are the ones that affect 15 classifications. Longevity is those saying it's everyone that is unrep, except assistant city managers and charter officers and the director of OPSA.
Well, thank you. That gives me a little more ease before I can go, I want to actually look at this again, so if I might have to do that.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Talamantes, and then Councilmember Jennings.
I think I was going to ask the same questions as Mayor Pro Tem Guerra in terms of the delays implementation of longevity pay for assistant city managers, so their pay would be the 2% in 2026?
The longevity, they would be eligible if they have the years of service in 2026, yes.
Okay, yeah, and I think it kind of brings up the questions that my colleague said, I want to make sure that people get retention and that we keep our employees, but at the same time, 2% for somebody making 40 grand is different than 2% for somebody making $300,000. And thank you to my colleague, Councilmember Kaplan, for raising these questions and really getting into the weeds of 100 positions, how many people impacted, just because these type of documents have kind of been overseen in the past, and for us to get into the weeds of it and really understand it out in the open is so important. So thank you for putting it on the discussion calendar for us to really review.
I have to commend you. I've been in the city for almost 23 years, and this is the first time that we've ever had this discussion, so.
Yeah, and I think to address some of the questions that we have at the end of the day, we hire a city manager to help us with our employees. And so we have to figure out how to work with our city manager to address a lot of these questions that we have in terms of this resolution and how to go moving forward.
Thank you. Councilmember Jennings.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to be clear on the philosophy of, I'm looking at our more tenured employees, excluding them from longevity pay. Because the reason that they're here, they've been here for a long period of time, they've served the city well. Why would we consider excluding them from longevity pay?
Only for the fact of the council rules of procedure and prior direction from maybe more of the former mayor and the former council. They were not willing to provide this.
Yeah, I just, having been in the workforce for a long time and managed a lot of people, we tend to look to those who have given us longevity in workforce for a long period of time. And we look to take care of them, continue to take care of them. So I just think it sets a bad precedent when, in fact, they feel that they serve the city well, and yet when something like longevity pay is available for them, they're not eligible for it, even though they have more service than anybody else in the organization. So I'm trying to make sure
You should
that
give me some money.
I'm not missing something here.
I don't think you're missing anything.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you.
Well, I think it's important that there is, this was talked about before you started, that there is this balance here. We recognize, as the two prior council members spoke and telling us, that there are some people that are extremely well compensated for some place. We wanted to have that for cohort, but also recognize that certain people in the salary range are quite different. Vast majority.
Mayor, I understand exactly what you're saying. I'm just saying, I don't believe that you do a disservice to those who have served you the best. I don't believe that because they make more money than other employees, which is what they would do because they've been here the longest and have served the longest and had more appraisals than anybody else in the organization. And as they go with appraisals and they get their 2% or 5% or whatever they get, that salary keeps going up. So we're punishing them for doing the work that we asked them to do. It doesn't make sense to me.
Thank you. Councilmember Maple?
Thank you. Just a quick process question. So because of the council rules and procedures, I think what I read in there was that we have that we agendize separately charter officers, anyone who reports to the council. Is that right? So we're not saying at this point that we wouldn't or are not going to take up these items for, like, let's say on WP or other items, or is this a separate item that would need to be agendized? Is that correct? Correct. Okay, thank you.
But my understanding also that, that it would have to go through PP&E or some other method, correct? So without having this conversation, we may not have known about this. So I too applaud you for bringing this up because I feel differently, and I want to be able to at least make my point to my colleagues that we do take care of our most tenured employees, right? And we try to find that balance, but at the same time, we don't want to send the wrong message to them, and then you have a gap in your employment because people have decided to go somewhere else.
Chair, I see that as a good discussion item at PP&E.
Absolutely.
Thank you. City Attorney?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm glad Councilmember Maple, because that's exactly what the rule that the HR director referred to. It is not a prohibition. It is a process by which these items get on the agenda. Mayor Pro Tem recalls, you made the rule change after the previous city manager had put raises for himself on the agenda. So the rule was changed to prevent the city manager from putting anything on the agenda that affects the salary of the city manager. In this case, that's what they're referring to. It is not a prohibition. There's also been no direction from the council prohibiting this from ever happening. So it really is, it can either be put on by the mayor directly or a P&P committee can recommend that it be put on the agenda. I hope that clarifies it.
Okay, thank you. We have public comment on this item?
Yes, Mayor, I have one speaker, Lambert.
I was actually on the road and some family members and friends asked me to come speak to this. This is a peculiar pay schedule or pay savings. I'm glad Mr. Jennings and the other people brought this up because I didn't realize that someone can work for a company longer than other people. They're making 6 figures and then the other ones are not making, I heard $30-something thousand. When this system is set like that, you have to look at institutionalized and systemic racist practices down here too, because how did they get to those 6-figure positions? Was it where you just allow people to get there because it's a good old boy, good old woman system? where they say, okay, we're gonna do this way. Inside City Hall, there's a group called the AAELC. I have to acknowledge them. I hope they're not part of this, but they're called the African American Employee Leadership Council. And they told me about this, and so did some other workers. And I think it's a very unfair practice. And I believe you know that. To me, if you don't give people working remotely a raise, you can save millions of dollars. I mean, what is the raise for? If you don't have to go anywhere, I mean, if you want to talk about saving money, there's a lot of people making six figures and they're not held accountable to the Brown Act. This is something I found out from the millennials. And so you got a peculiar system here. Very peculiar to me.
Your comments? No more speakers on this item?
Thank you. Do we have a motion for this item?
Second.
A motion? Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any noes or abstentions?
Thank you, Mayor. That passes unanimously. Great.
Yep, next item.
So our next item is item 8, declaration of a critical need to fill the chief of staff to the mayor position and authorization to hire a retired annuitant to fill that position.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Today we're asking Council to waive the 180-day CalPERS required waiting period to hire Maria Alvarez as a retired annuitant so that she can begin work. Maria retired to the state today, and the city needs to bring Maria on board to work as the mayor's chief of staff. The experience Maria has gained in working as a district director and senior council representative at the city, and the chief of staff to the assembly, to an assembly member, provide the extensive knowledge and skill needed for the success of the mayor's office and
You have public comment on this item?
I do have one speaker, Matt Worthy.
What?
Oh, no. All we hear is raises, big time jobs. Now, do that chief of staff come in because you choose him to do the announcements? You know what? Well, how much that chief of staff, you got a staff who control that staff? Or you just got a friend who running and sticking in there? That's the hot people. But I'm private sector, you're not. And this is the reason that you can't identify the money that you have blown here. This is the reason that the newspaper have what they have. But you only study the people that they get a big salary. Other people that been there only $20,000 or $30,000 a life. What about them? See, you haven't brought economics to the state. You have brought in debt for the past 18 years, only debt. Non-profit organizations don't give a damn about debt because somebody gonna come with some money. You come in at $77,000, you just got $18 million in the state of California. See, that's what I'm saying. They stole the money and put it somewhere. But you all cannot oppose that. But somebody's gonna face the hammer here soon. Because I'm gonna do everything I can to get something that we must make a change in Sacramento. We must go back to economics instead of racism. We gotta do that. I've been called all kind of names, doctors and everything. I don't give a damn. I am that I am. And I will always do that. And what I say here, I can go off the street and
Thank you for your comments. Mayor, I have no more speakers on this item.
Thank you. Councilmember Guerra.
Thank you, Mayor. Ms. Alvarez served the city well before she left to the state, and we know she'll serve the city council and the mayor council well again, and I'll move approval.
Thank you. The motion is second. questions or comments from council members? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any noes or abstentions? Hearing none, item passes.
That passes unanimously. So Mayor, we have moved to council comments, ideas, questions, and 8123 reports. And then I do have 15 speakers for matters not on the agenda.
Okay, Councilmember Maple.
All right, a couple announcements. This is probably the last time I'll be announcing this, but certainly my first. But I do want to invite the community to come out to our documentary showing. That's on February 26th at 6 p.m. at Sacramento City College. It's in partnership with the college, the Black Student Union, and we'll be showing a documentary about Verna Hansen. She's from Hollywood Park. She's a former president of the Sacramento NAACP and has a long storied history of advocating for civil rights in Sacramento. And so we hope that you'll come join us. A really great discussion. We're gonna show the documentary, and then we have our panelists. We're gonna discuss her life and her legacy. We're really excited about that. You can RSVP at sacb5.com/Verna, spelled VIRNA. And on Saturday, March 1st, join us for Sacktown Mardi Gras from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. They're gonna be launching from Broadway and Riverside, and then traveling all the way to McClatchy Park and Oak Park in District 5. And we're really excited. It's gonna be good music, good food. And a great time, so come join us there at 11 a.m. on Broadway and Riverside. Thank you.
Councilmember Vang. Thank you. Just a few announcements from our office from King Heart Hustle. On Wednesday, actually that's tomorrow, we are having 102 acres youth-led advocacy session from 6 to 7:30, led by our commissioners and our young professionals, Mario and Marius. Just want to give them a shout out. Please join us if you're available. And then this Saturday, just want to give a shout out to Rewild Sacramento and the Tree Foundation. We have a tree planting event at Steve Jones Park. From 9:30 to 1 o'clock. That's at 2331 Casa Linda Drive. I will be there in the morning, and we'll be providing some light refreshments for the tree planting. And then also just wanted to share next week, there is a summit hosted by the Steven Foundation, Revitalize South Sacramento Summit. And that is happening at the Greenhaven Public Library at 7335 Gloria Drive, actually happening in District 7, but all South Sacramento folks are invited to that, and it's from 9 to 5 p.m. Lastly, I just want to give a shout out to my new appointee for the Children's Fund Oversight Planning Commission, Monica Maris. She was just appointed the chair of the commission. I just want to give her a shout out. I'm really proud of her. Thank you. Next speaker is Mayor Pro Tem Guerra.
Thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. This Thursday at 6:30 is the monthly Colonial Heights Neighborhood Association meeting, and they do their first half an hour, sometimes it's an hour, social at Luigi's Pizza, and then they'll get to business right after. So join us for the Colonial Heights Neighborhood Association at Luigi's Pizza. Always some good pizza.
I think just stop on by.
You should stop on by for some good pizza. Good one.
Thank you.
Councilmember Jennings.
Also want you to stop on by for some good cracked crab and a seafood boil. That's right, at the Elks Lodge on the evening for delicious seafood and great company at the Cracked Crab and Seafood Grill. Mark your calendars for February the 22nd at 6 p.m. Tickets may be purchased in advance by calling 916-422-6666. Once again, 916-422-6666. And then the last announcement is the Del Rio Trail Cleanup. We ask you to join us on the Southland Park Neighborhood Association, Zeeburg Park Neighbors, Del Rio Trail Enthusiasts, Pocket Area Churches, and the City of Sacramento Youth Parks and Community Enrichment Department. Parks Commissioner Joe Flores, my office will put in your sweat equity and clean up the Florin Road and Pocket Road section of the Del Rio Trail on Saturday, March the 8th at 9 a.m. More information can be found on my Facebook or Instagram page. And if you have my number, just give me a call. I'll make sure you get all the information you need. Hope to see you at one of the two events. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Councilmember Kaplan.
Thank you. Just tree planting on February 22nd at Meadows Park. If you want to come out and help us plant some trees, sign up. And then I'm giving you a heads up. It is Girl Scout season. Cookies get delivered this Saturday. Girl Scouts will be to council on February 25th to lead us in the pledge and land acknowledgement, but cookies are arriving here shortly. Welcome to the season. And then I want to give a shout out and a thanks this weekend. River City Waterway Alliance, my office, my youth volunteers, the Creeks Council, Friends of Clean. We came out to the north area of Steelhead Creek. 48 volunteers, 20 of them were first timers. We removed over 12,000 pounds of wet carpets, textiles, tarps, hundreds of chopped up bicycle parts. It was bad. It was bad. 3 illegal fish traps, 26 shopping carts, 3 office chairs, a table saw, a horse saddle, chunks of floating styrofoam, and countless other things. But I really want to thank River City Waterway Alliance. They do this every weekend, all the time, and this is so important to helping keep our waterways clean. So I just want to give an extra shout out and thank you.
She's about to talk about you.
I'm Raquel Watkins, and do my monthly office hours at Donuts and Coffee. So this Thursday, come by from 9 to 10, no hours to fee. All questions, all policy, we discuss it all. Join us.
So there, I see no more council members queued up to speak. I have 15 speakers for matters not on the agenda.
Okay.
Jared Landreth, Lambert, McWorthy, Sarah D, Grant R.
Can I speak?
Please proceed.
Okay, so I'm here again, and we still have this illegal gambling in our neighborhood that's been going on for about a year and a half now. We still have people coming all day long, all night long. Okay, I don't know what's going on with it. I keep trying to get answers. Nobody's giving me answers. But that's got to stop. That's really got to stop. We can't have that here. It's in a residential area where there's people. It is dangerous there because we've had knifings over there. I've actually seen someone shoot somebody right in front of our house. So that's disturbing. And it all comes from this place that's the gambling place. So that's got to cut out. We can't have that anymore. Okay, we need someone to get on top of it. I don't know who wants to get on top of it. I'm former FBI. I don't know what you guys are doing up here. I really don't. But that's got to stop. And as far as your homeless goes, this is the first city I've ever lived in that I've seen so much homeless. It's way out of control. Somebody's got to do something about this. There are ways of doing it to correct this problem. I know what they are. But you can't do what the former mayor did for 8 years, and that is to ignore this problem, because that's what's happened. You have pretty close to, 8,000 people that are homeless here? That's unexcusable. That should never happen. We're in a country that we have millionaires and billionaires here, even the trillionaire, and we can't figure out this problem. Well, we can take all this money and throw it to a war. It's billions of dollars to a war, and we can't take care of our own homeless problem here in this country. It's unbelievable. I don't understand why that's going on. And the LA fires, as far as that goes, we don't even know if that was homeless people that created this. This is what happens. You have $24 billion that went to California for the homeless, and nobody knows where it went to. We better figure that out quick. Find out where it went to, because this problem is still going to be bad.
Thank you for your comments. Our next speaker is Lambert, then McWorthy.
I would like to, and I'm going to look across the rostrum to see who's paying attention, but I did want to say that during the Super Bowl and now heading into Valentine's, and I hope Mr. Dickerson and anybody else on the rostrum will reach out to us, these millennials have done it. I mean, they have really convinced me that social medias are going to be a factor in this cheesecake company. And it took a while for me to catch on, but I'm on board with them now, because there's no way we're going to miss it now. Now, I hear about structural deficits and things. We're not talking about that with us. We're talking about hiring people. And speaking of people, I think Grant High School Pacers have been shortchanged. They should be able to go to the Kings games. I heard a lot about children's money today. Put some of that towards them. There's teenagers. They're still excited about what they accomplished, and so are we. And so I think we should let them go to the Kings games. They like the Kings. I'm a Lakers fan. They like the Kings, so let them go. You know, we got money for that. And in terms of, I saw something positive. City Councilwoman Kaplan may be shocked, but I called her office accidentally. I was looking for two, and I got her office Monday, and it was somebody there named Jasmine, and she wasn't working remotely. She was working here, and I noticed the difference. And she did a wonderful job, because I was going to come down here at Monday, but the finance department is closed. I didn't know that. She told me, and what did we do? We brought her a sample of our mother's classic chocolate swirl cheesecake, which has gone viral even from her review.
Thank you for your comments. Matt Worthy, then Sarah D.
You know, you hear things and you know it's a lot because of where you live. Now, how did Negro history become Black history? City council, be careful what you do. I knew going to council person. We never had an economic change. Why? We lost the deepest trust in New York, NAACP. Now, we had nobody come in the Black thing. I'm a Negro. And we find out when we look at the newspaper, and you listen to the media report, we see why the scandals are there. Dixon's gonna be a long ride. Gonna be a long ride. So just care for it. Because I'll support you all the way. It's a situation that we find out that we've been here, but nobody talk about helping the people on certain incomes. Everybody talk about a big salary. Nobody talk about moving the police department to an agency that have their own person. I said, where is it? Every time we turn around, it's a new thing coming in to be on the budget. It's the reason I stick to Trump. I make an appointment to the Republican caucus that we need some help as Republicans. And go economic instead of racism. Why race got to tie to everything? I never filled out an application of a minority. I did government jobs, the MBAs and motor pool, Social Security bills. I lived in California City for many years. So people wake up and be careful with what you're doing on Black history.
Thank you for your comments. Sarah D is our next speaker. Following Sarah is Grant R. And then Rabbi Cohen.
This past Saturday, I attended a rally organized by Sacramento for Palestine and Jewish Voices for Peace at 16th and J, carrying a sign that says "Bring home the hostages," which should be a very non-controversial statement. I went with Mr. Rodriguez, his wife and infant son, all of whom support Israel as an article of their faith. Speakers got on the microphone, spewing abuse at us and inciting the crowd. At approximately 1 p.m., a protester tackled Mr. Rodriguez from behind, body slamming him into the concrete, stole his Israeli flag, and beat him with the flagpole. The perpetrator then ran through the crowd, displaying the flag as a trophy. I witnessed all of this. In the meantime, another perpetrator jumped on his back and started strangling him. Mr. Rodriguez was later treated for multiple injuries to his head, face, neck, chest, and leg at an area hospital. He was there until 10 p.m. No uniformed police were at the event, despite Sacramento for Palestine and JVP's known propensity for violence and vandalism. When the police finally did arrive, the first perpetrator had fled. The police then failed to secure the scene, allowed the rally to continue despite the fact that it was now a crime scene, did not call an ambulance for the visibly injured man, and refused to take my statement even though I was the victim's best and practically sole corroborating witness, among other gross deficiencies in their response. We demand accountability for the actions of SAC for Palestine, JVP, and the Sacramento PD, that the PD and the DA investigate this as a hate crime against Mr. Rodriguez, and that the city council take all steps to ensure that Jews and their allies are actually safe here in Sacramento. For too long, we have been treated like second-class citizens, even though we have our first-class taxpayers with a first-class vote. If you doubt me, say hi to Katie Valenzuela, because she isn't here, but I still am.
Your comments are, and Rabbi Cohen.
Mayor, council members, thank you for your time. I come here as a friend of Sarah, who just spoke. I see two real issues that have come up, or that are presented by the violence that occurred over the weekend. One is the ability for the city to secure the freedom of expression for everyone in the city. I think it's fine that you're going to have the Sacramento Regional Coalition for Palestinian Rights have their protest, but if someone wants to counter protest, they should be ensured safety in doing so. We know that these groups are violent. They're often funded by bad actors. We've even seen that activity in this very room about a year ago. I think it's important that the council members work with the police department to ensure that there's sufficient protection, not just undercover police, but affirmative police, visual police there to ensure that this type of activity doesn't happen again. Secondly, I think there needs to be better protection for the Jewish community in general in the city. We see constant intimidation, harassment by these types of at least purported Palestinian groups, which often are a front for just purely anti-Semitic activity. As we can see, there have been swastikas marked throughout the city over the weekend after this violent event. So I implore the city council to please take steps to protect the Jewish community and to ensure that everyone has the ability to express their views. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Rabbi Cohen, and Sharon Z, and David Z.
Shalom, Mayor and Councilman. I didn't get a chance to congratulate the Mayor on your victory. Congratulations. I'm coming here to speak about this matter. You know, many people say, should he have been there? Should he have not been there to incite them? But you gotta nip it in the bud. A person should not feel afraid to state his opinion of taking hostages. We all see the hostages came out. They look like after the Auschwitz. It's horrible. So to have such a thing, we have to nip it in the bud. And I thank you all for doing a wonderful job of leading our city and our county. Since I got here 30 years ago, you guys doubled in size and tripled in size. It's a great city. So God bless you. Let's keep it safe. And no one should be afraid and intimidated. God bless you.
Your comments, Sharon Z, and David C. And then Danny W.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Sharon. I'm a mother of 3 young children, one of your constituents. I'm a lawyer, a public servant, and I'm here to speak with my friends here in the Jewish community. I wasn't in attendance, but on Saturday, a man was violently attacked, as far as we know, for wearing a Jewish star and holding an Israeli flag. The next day, we saw swastikas graffitied in the town. This happened less than a month after there were swastikas at Thomas High School. This isn't random. These acts are connected. This isn't in a vacuum. Hate is ignored. Hate grows when it is ignored. I have personally felt this firsthand. I was here in this very city council location. Last time I was here was when you all were discussing the ceasefire resolution. I was too afraid to say anything, and I was verbally attacked just for sitting with other Zionists. I was called horrible names. This happened a couple of weeks after I attended a pro-Palestine rally, not to instigate anything, to attend, to bear witness. And I held a small Israeli flag and played a peace song out of my backpack, like a naive fool. I was spat on and called a whore, again, for just attending. I've been too afraid to speak up, but it is really well past time for us to speak up. And I'm not here, it is not within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city of Sacramento solving anti-Semitism, but you do have a role and you do have some power. So we're asking you here today as members of the Jewish community Please ensure that attacks like what happened over the weekend are properly investigated. Please allocate resources to the Sacramento PD to ensure that we are protected, that when we go out to these types of events, we're not faced with violence. This is really
Your
a moment
comments,
to
your
ask.
time is complete. Our next speaker is David Z, then Danny W.
David is not here, Dan is on. Dan is here.
So following Danny is Zach M, and then Rev.
Good evening, my name is Donnie Weinstein. I'm a Greater Sacramento resident. I went to graduate school at UC Davis. I've lived here my entire life, raised a family here. I've been part of the Jewish community both in Sacramento and the greater suburbs. Just in context, I have deep ties to Israel. My father was born and raised there. We have family history going back to the old city of Jerusalem in 1790. I've studied on exchange there. And, again, we're not going to solve the Middle East problems here in this council. However, it's shocking to what happened this past weekend. The friends of mine who came down to peacefully protest were violently attacked. And the fact that this person, our friend of ours was hospitalized, and even my friend Sarah here, the police refused to take her statement. So I think what we're trying to find out from the city council here is what action is going to be taken going forward to protect the citizens of our city to peacefully protest, and to have police protection against people who are intentionally coming out to violently and hurt Jews. We're not going to stand for Germany of the 1930s to take place here on the streets of Sacramento. So I appreciate all of your time listening and look forward to your follow from the city council on tangible actions that are going to be taken to protect the citizens of the city. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Next speaker is Zach M, then Rev. I have 6 more speakers.
Good evening. I'm here to speak out against a brutal assault that occurred over the weekend on Saturday. A man waving an Israeli flag and wearing a Star of David was attacked in downtown Sacramento in broad daylight. Whatever our opinions are about Middle East politics, we must agree that someone being assaulted for waving a flag or wearing a religious symbol cannot be tolerated in this city. Full stop. There are some who try to blame the victim of this attack for being attacked, saying that he had it coming, for daring to exercise his First Amendment rights in the streets of Sacramento. This reaction cannot be tolerated either. Jews and their allies, who comprise a small, vulnerable minority in the city, must be able to demonstrate openly without fear of physical attack. If we don't recognize this as an important issue, and if we don't do something about it, we risk normalizing violence and fear in Sacramento. There are Jews in the city who are too intimidated and too defeated to even speak here tonight. Just the other week at Tahoe Park, the playground was vandalized with swastikas, which the police are investigating. This is the only city I've lived in where all the synagogues have been lit on fire by anti-Semites. We can't allow that to happen again. The city should ensure the public safety at rallies that target Israelis and Jews. From what I understand, there was no police presence at the rally on Saturday, and the police response after the attack was inadequate. Please work with the city manager and the Sacramento police to prevent this type of violence or worse from happening again in our city. Thank you.
Your comments, Rev. Rev is Cheryl Bonner, Olivia Good, Margaret Sala, and Jensen Kubacha.
Hello, Mayor, City Council. I'm Rev of Prayer and God Street Ministry, Homeless for Heaven. Almost tired of coming in here. Tired of seeing the things on the street, like watching a young couple, 22 years old, 23, African American. Made move. They had 45 minutes to move a whole bunch of junk. So here I'm breaking my back to help them pull this wagon off of the dirt. While the police were right up the street, taking all the stuff off of this REV, preparing it to be towed away, taking the dogs. The youngster came up and got the dogs and rescued them. But it's just so much I see out here on even a violent area, hearing about the rapes, hearing about everything that's going on. And I work from one district all the way around to the 8th. You know, so I know my people, I know what they need, and it's the simple things that I can get them to working with. And once again, tools in the truck. I bet you got a truck at home, don't you, Miss Maple? Give it up so I can go work with these people and give them something to do instead of sitting around all day wasting their days and nights. You know, because they keep getting harassed by the police every single day. You know, they all coming up in my window like I'm gonna let them all sleep in my limousine. I can't do it. I would if I could. And McCarthy, I mean, I didn't vote for you or nobody else. I don't do that. But I see you spoke up about places that are abandoned and like right across the street from Cesar Chavez Park. You can open that door and they'll go in there and clean that place up and repair everything, paint everything, and let them have that. You know? I got 4 nonprofits, one of them is federal exempt. Somebody needs to help me to help them. I don't know how to do all the paperwork. I'd attack you on the level of that. A little paralegal that sleeps right across the street from City Hall. He's right out there right now. You know, his mind's so twisted because he's stuck back in the street, can't get a stupid tent. I'm like, man, it's bigger than a tent. It's bigger than a tent. But I'm gonna start bringing them here, anybody, dirty as they can be, smelly as they gotta be, so they can talk to you guys about what they keep going through. God bless you all.
Hi, how are you? I am an incoming homeowner. I did not buy my house next to a water well. I spoke to the water company and they said
Straight
not
garbage.
honest.
It's nearly not worth fighting.
And to this day, I do not have the police make contact because they never took down my phone. I mean, obviously.
The Jewish community gets harassed and the chief of police wants to talk to them. But they don't want to talk to those that are getting harassed because they're not wanting to do nothing about it. What's going on with you, sir? When you guys gonna start going to City Hall and protesting about something?
Okay.
No, they open every Tuesday. You get 2 minutes to speak. Did you know that?
No.
Really?
2 minutes?
2 minutes. And then if you go in there, because they have topics, they might be talking about the trees in Sacramento.
Oh. We have a lot to say about that.
No, but don't take too much time on it. It's like, yeah, you got some beautiful trees, cities of trees, but the homeless problem, did you know they stole $24 billion from the homeless fund? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, look at the faces on y'all. Like, yes, they stole 24 billion, not million, 24 billion. Gavin Newsom and all them suckers gaffled that money up.
We write it down.
Huh?
I'm gonna write it down.
That's fine.
Okay, that'd be great. Yeah, I won't tell
Yeah,
them.
but let me give you the math between you guys, okay?
Okay.
Marijuana's not a bad thing. Other things to me are. But $10 a day, you can make that? Okay. Times that time 100,000, you guys. How much is that? 10 times 100,000. You know?
Do you know what 10 times 100,000?
Okay, let me tell you. It's 1 million.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so 100,000 you guys getting $10 a day, you waste $1 million a day. So in 1 year, you waste $365 million. In 2 years, it's $730 million. In 3 years, it's $1.4 billion y'all wasted. $10 each. 10. Yeah. So the fact they stole 24 billion, but you can make that kind of money. I run Prayer and God Ministry, Street Ministry. That's my limousine. You never seen me drive it.
Nice to meet you. Give me a.
And but the organization Homeless for Heaven, I live in there.
Oh yeah.
It's mine.
You live in that car?
Huh?
You live in your car?
I live in that limousine, yeah. Oh yeah.
It's kind of bad.
Yeah, God told me to do something different.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's different as hell.
All right.
I've been through 6
Living in the
limousines.
water.
Yeah, I've been through 6 limousines in 13 years. They've been beat up, vandalized, destroyed, shot in a walk-by shooting. Now guy shot in a drive-by. You know, rear end, all kind of stuff. I'm like, damn, okay. Satan don't like Satan don't like me. All these different limits. I've been through 6 of them. They all have gotten some bad treatment. Because the devil don't like me on the street. He'd rather have me in a church to where they come in on Sunday. Everybody's dressed good, smelling good, and give me your money. Other than that, what the hell is church for? See, church is about you. You're the church. You are a church. You're the temple. Really. Because with people in a building like this city hall is just a building. So it only gets active when people get in the damn place. A church get active, a grocery store, a mall, anything. Yeah. But we're the temple. We're the one that feed the church.
Right?
The temple. No. Where you from?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. My friend Robert from Jamaica. I have a very good friend now from Jamaica.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. He live over in West Side.
Oh,
He got peacocks. Like 100 of them on his farm.
yeah, man. You talking about real people.
That's dinner. That's my dinner.
Oh yeah, it's only one.
That's my dinner. That's my dinner.
Amen. Yes, I
That's my
know.
dinner.
Yes,
I know
mine
you.
too.
I know. You say Robert. I know you. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Probably. He's a well-known man.
I know him. I know him.
Amen. What's your name?
Bobo.
Bobo.
Bobo Mark.
Bobo Mark.
Bobo Mark.
Bobo Mark.
Bobo Mark.
Bobo Mark.
Mark.
Mark. Bobo Mark.
Yeah, I can understand here. Man.
I mean, taking time with my friend Robert. I just made him like, okay, hold on, slow down.
Right.
Slow down.
That's my
He
dinner.
must rasta.
I work for him. I plant feed for him.
Yeah.
Farm.
Oh, tell him you know Rev. Rev, that's me. Tell him you know me. If you see him again, tell him you know me.
Right, we don't want to let you go.
Huh?
We don't want to let you go.
That's your problem.
Well,
Not mine. But no, so Homeless for Heaven.
Okay.
Homeless for Heaven. That's going to be you guys' organization. It's a nonprofit. It's already active.
Oh, really?
So all I'm trying to do from these people, that's why I want people to start coming in there on Tuesday night at 5 o'clock.
Oh,
They can sit in here.
We want
Yes.
to go over there.
You can probably, I don't know if you can go in. You can't go in there now because they're about to shut down. 5
What time
o'clock.
do you start serving dinner?
What dinner? Where? Yeah. A lady comes out here sometime to feed on Tuesday, but other than that, this is the thing. I don't know about nobody. I don't know, girl. That's tomorrow then.
What are you doing? I thought you were the
don't.
reverend.
What that got to do with anything?
No, you were there, aren't you? Aren't you
What,
there?
what that got to
There's a
no?
debate without you. You should know.
No, I shouldn't. No, I'm not psychic. No, that's psychic stuff.
Well, you go
God
there.
said, who's
You're the
gonna,
reverend, aren't you?
that ain't got nothing to do with being psychic about who's going to be feeding who and who's on third base about to make it
We're
home.
not asking about who's
food
feeding
better?
it.
Okay, what you
You know
asking?
this
It's
food better?
the, oh yeah, right, yeah. What
You know
time
Robert
does
better?
this,
You know this food better?
servant
Robert, you know this food better?
His foot?
Yeah, you know this better.
Oh, better?
Yeah.
No.
You
No,
can give
he
me your
complained
money
about
there.
Yeah, he's all right though.
Oh yeah?
So anyway, Homeless for Heaven is designed to put people to working. Like you said, you work for Robert, but you can work for yourself.
What is it?
Okay, so if you move haul delivery, that's what y'all do every day. This is a moving company with a bike and a damn basket. So if you had a truck, that's what I'm trying to get from them, a truck. So we can move stuff, we can haul stuff, we can recycle things, we can cut grass, we can have, I told them, tools and trucks. So lawn care, everything, every simple kind of tool there is. Nail gun, build a damn fence, build a house, build a little shack for people that's homeless to live in. That part. So it's, yeah, I know.
Where do you want to build a shack?
Wherever the hell they gonna give me some land to do it at?
Oh, okay.
I mean, they got the tiny home thing, you know, but let you guys just build a Jamaican village. You know, throw y'all. I know Jamaicans. I've seen it at least on TV. Shit, throw a bunch of wood in there. They gonna build that shit.
Right,
You know, yeah, because it's. Man, I don't preach. I just give a message.
He
I'm
lived
a
on
message.
paradise. He didn't even know it.
Huh?
I said he lived in paradise and he didn't know. You think it was Adam and Eve staying place?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Talking about the Garden of Eden?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Do I
Where's
think
that
it
at?
existed? This can be the Garden of Eden.
Is
If
it
you don't
there
let.
or is it in Africa?
Yes, more so than it wasn't here. It's not here.
Not here.
No.
I said paradise.
It would be over there. It's not
Yeah,
here.
I know that. I
Thank
said-
you. This don't look like paradise. This don't even look like a paradise. It look like a set of dice. A set of dice.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this place is garbage.
No, I mean,
And I-
no. Bahamas or Africa?
Africa would be more of the paradise. But once again, where God has us for the kingdom may not be Africa, may not be America. It's going to be somewhere. But the heavens is what I'm going for. I don't give a damn what's going to happen.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Oh, Sunday?
Yeah.
Diane? We're gonna go there?
You think you going to go
We're
there?
gonna go there.
Why?
He said, we're gonna go there.
Are you going to go there?
Are we going there?
You can't tell him what you going to do.
What?
I'm asking you specifically. Do you think you're going to make it?
Where's that?
That means you're living a good, righteous life. You're loving others as you love yourself. You're putting God first. Don't put God second, third, or fifth. You know, you can't. First.
No, but.
Every morning I get to butter bread.
Yes, smoking weed.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. God allows it to grow.
It's
God allows it to grow
cigarettes.
from
Oh,
the
really?
beginning. I smoke weed.
Well, you smoke weed?
Yes, I smoke weed.
Oh.
But yeah, let me get on up out of this area. Hopefully I ain't got no ticket.
Oh, you're gonna help us, kids over there, would you?
What
Oh,
happened?
they won't let us in, huh?
Huh?
Will they let us in?
In here?
No, or, yeah, what did Jesus say?
What are you talking? You got this young man right here that asks all the questions about God you need. He got the answers. He knows what's happening. All right, one. No, I do not, sir. No, I do not. Chili beans. Have a good night, sir. Have a blessing there, kids. All right.
Oh, you got your what tonight?
Huh?
You got your samples tonight? The weed?
No, I get so somebody got money, I got everything you need. What you talking about? Or at least it's the weed. I'm looking for cash. I can't give away everything I got out here no more. Everything dragged me to the meeting. I need everybody to start going in here and talking. Or I'm gonna stop talking to everybody out here. Cause I go in there, I put my life on the line every damn week, bro. And y'all gotta go in there and speak about what you need out here, why they keep taking everything from us, why you act like we a criminal. Give up something, you know what I mean? Talk to them folks. They the ones that got all the answers, all the plugs in life. And this is where we're standing. City Hall. This is not a real city hall. Nor was that one. It's a place where the demonic fools linger. What you got on the crispy side? What's that? $4.20. Huh?
It's $4.20.
There you go. Come on over to my place. No, I'll bring it over there. I'll be right back. Come on, go with me. Yeah, yeah. Just come on over to my place. Oh, sucky, sucky. I will be back, people. I will be back. Hey. Come on, y'all gotta walk with me. Somebody done steal you out of my car. Come on, let go of my phone. Yes, sir. God bless you, one. But yeah, every Tuesday night, man, 5 o'clock, just show up at the door and walk in, dirty or not, bro. You get 2 minutes to talk. Just to go in there and complain about what they putting y'all through, making you move here, cha, 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 cha. Just get on their helmet. You too. Okay. Okay, I'm back in motion. Lights on. Action. Action. Satisfaction. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to understand that I gotta go to the restroom right now, 'cause I gotta pee. Gotta pee real bad. I got a bottle. Y'all can't see me pee, so don't be talking about he was online and he's in our face. No, you ain't gonna see nothing. You might hear something. Might even hear me poop a little bit to hold in the whole thing. But yeah. Ooh. Turn the light off, that way y'all can't see nothing. Oh, you can see my face. That's all you can see. You ever peed on yourself before? I have. Nothing major. Oh Lord, help me. Relieve myself. Please don't leave me alone. Lord, I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Yeah. Whew. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Always keep a safety bottle, people. Men, you know, be caught outside peeing in the bushes, and you're going to jail, and you're, making law for indecent exposure. So it's best to sit in your vehicle, front or back seat, if you can get away with it, and pee in a bottle. Pee in a bottle. Not a genie in a bottle. That will be your magic, maybe I say that right. Get your genie in the bottle so you can pull that magic trick. So you don't go be a trick. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you will. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't, you will. You feel me? If you don't, you will. Snap a doodle. So yeah. I'm just out here, y'all. As you see, I just finished City Hall and I'm kind of at ease. But now I'm going to chillax for the rest of my evening, praying that I can make a couple of dollars in order to fill up my tank. Because City Hall doesn't really want to give me nothing. You know? They up there think I'm joking and laughing and playing around, because I do. I joke, I laugh, but I'm serious as hell. I'm tired. Just like I told them, I'm sure they'd rather me just shut down and leave them alone. But I can't. I gotta stay stepping on their neck so they understand that I'm out here and I ain't going nowhere. Except for right now. Peace out.